Hey, I'm Sasha Evdokov, and in this episode, I want to share with you how to trade earnings because everybody loves to trade earnings. Not really. Most of the time, I would recommend you don't trade earnings. So what are earnings? Earnings is when a company releases its news, such as their profit targets, profit margins, what happened within the quarter to the general public. And this allows a lot of new investors to come in because it creates new buzz, new interest within the company. It shows how well the company is doing and basically is a way to see how healthy a company is. So the thing is about earnings is you can find them on any news website. They're out there publicly, usually the day of. They're even out there on TV or even on websites like Morningstar.com. So why are so many people attracted to playing during earnings? Well, the thing is it makes the stocks jump up and down quite a lot. If the company does very well, a stock can jump very quickly and you can make $3,000 just like that. On the flip side, you can also lose money very quickly in the same amount of speed, and then you're down $3,000 just like. For example, let's take Chipotle Mexican Grill from last week, CMG. If you held a stock through earnings, meaning you had 100 shares before earnings and had 100 shares after earnings, the stock jumped over 40 points after earnings. And when the earnings report came out, the people that had 100 shares, they would have made $4,000 just like that. Sounds attractive, doesn't it? Of course it sounds attractive. Unfortunately, you never know when the stock is going to go up or go down during earnings. After all, a stock can have phenomenal or amazing earnings and then it still goes down into after earnings because the sell-off was just so big or people are just taking profits into strength. So you really don't know what's going to happen. So that's why if you're trading earnings, it can be like gambling, and don't do it, so stay away. So what's the better route to trade if you want to trade during earnings or through earnings? Now the better route to take is really 100% of your position gone before earnings. After earnings are released the next day at opening bell, if and only if, please, if and only if the stock is moving, acting, behaving properly, and it's moving to the upside, then go ahead and get in and buy some shares because now things in momentum are moving and pushing it forward. It has gas, it has juice, it has momentum, it has potential. That's when you get in. So taking, for example, our CMG or Chipotle Mexican Grill, even though we didn't get in it at the 440 mark and jump to the 470, 480 mark, instead, if you take a look at the stock chart, you'll see that it went from 480 to 510 in just one day. That's a 30-point gain. And if you would have had 100 shares at the opening bell and held it throughout the day, you would have made $3,000 just like that. Now the point here is not whether you had 100 shares, 1,000 shares, or just 10 shares. The point here is to understand the system, to understand the logic and the process of properly trading through earnings. That's what you want to focus on, and that's what you want to understand. So even if you had just 10 shares and you bought the stock at 480, the company went to 510 and you had a 30-point run, you would have made $300 in one single day. And that's what a lot of people make in a week. There's over 2.5 billion people on this earth that live on less than a couple dollars per day. So value that. In either case, that's the right way to trade earnings. Thanks for joining me, and I hope you got a lot out of this video. And if you're interested in really brushing up your skills and making them that much better, taking them to that next level, check out some of my course offerings on my website. And if you have any questions, feel free to just shoot me an email, hop on over to TRADERSFLY.com, contact me, write a detailed question, and I'll be happy to answer it when I can. Thanks again, and remember to do what you love, contribute to others, and most importantly, live life abundantly.